Today we're going to be showing you how to install a CLEVIS on your inner rack. We already have a unit in the back that has the inner tie rod removed. We're going to show you how to install our CLEVIS, the boot, and correctly incline it for your forward arms or HD tie rods. Okay, a few tools that you're going to need for this install is a 14mm Allen wrench or socket, a 3/8 Allen wrench or socket, a 3/8 ratchet, a 1/2 inch torque wrench, and a 15/16 wrench. Also, another great source is going to be some red Loctite. This is going to help keep your nut inside the CLEVIS locked onto the rack without movement. All right, so this machine, we've already have all the arms removed. We're doing a full kit install. This goes the same for if the arms are still installed. It's going to be a little bit harder to access, but you do not have to remove all the arms to install these tie rods or CLEVISes. But like I said, we've got these already removed, so we're going to take advantage of this time and show you how to properly install this. We've already removed the inner heim joint off the factory in the boot. We are going to be able to reuse this boot with our CLEVIS setup. We're going to show you how to properly set it up. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this 16mm bolt for this specific unit in our CLEVIS. We're going to insert it right down into the middle. It has a very tight tolerance, just enough to move around. We're going to take some red Loctite, dab the red Loctite on the splines. After we've already cleaned out inside here, make sure there's no debris. We're going to take our socket. We're going to install this directly onto the steering rack itself. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to make sure that this CLEVIS is clocked appropriately. This unit, let's say you've got some forward arms, 3-inch forward, 2-inch forward arms. You're actually going to position this about 11 o'clock. This will give your inner heim just enough inclination so it doesn't bind up while you're steering and have enough clearance for everything. What we'll do at that point, if you got a 16mm bolt, torque spec on that is 155 foot-pounds. While you are torquing this down, it's going to try to spin on you. So you can either have a buddy or have yourself hold one side with a pair of channel locks, or you can just kind of put that in a direction. After experience, you know that once you torque this down 150 foot-pounds, it's going to twist a certain amount away. Our CLEVIS is into position. It's 155 foot-pounds. Now we're ready to install our heim. Now we've got our 5/8 left-hand heim. We always like to have the left hand on the inside. This way, if you ever need to order parts for our steering arms or CLEVISes, and you say inner or outer, we'll know immediately you're talking about a left-hand inner or a right-hand outer. But what we'll do right now is we'll go ahead and install our heim. It slides right into our CLEVIS. We got a nice button head cap there, and then a nice flush 5/8 nylock here. You're going to use that 15/16 on this nylock, and you're going to use the 3/8 right here. So let's tighten this down. This button head is going to come through the nylock here. That's going to make for a nice tight finish, and the nylock's going to keep it from backing out. If you'll take notice, I've not yet installed the jam nut on the heim joint. And the reason being is because we're going to go ahead and install this boot directly over our CLEVIS through our heim. Our heim's going to show its face right here. Just with a small bit of effort, you can see the threads of your heim. You're going to go put this back to your rack. You put your band on the inside of the rack. You'll band that down. And now we'll install our jam nut. One thing when you're installing our CLEVISes, HD tie rods, you're going to want to make sure when you start, a good starting point is going to be fully bottomed out. So you're going to want to bottom out this left-hand heim all the way to the heim as much as possible. And the reason we do this, so we install the boot over the heim, then the jam nut. So now let's say we've got our heim, we got our tie rod in the outer here. The jam nut is accessible from the outside. There's no need to remove the boot or anything. So now we can take our 15/16 wrench and bust this loose and make it easy installation or alignment. Now you've seen how we install these CLEVISes. Hopefully it'll give you some insight on how you can do it at home. Thanks for watching.